تطالعنا التقارير الدولية بأرقام وإحصائيات مرعبة عن تدهور حال المرأة في العالم، حيث أن هناك 1.2 مليار فتاة حول العالم، وما زالت النساء تحتاج إلى أن تكون على قدم المساواة مع الرجل. 50% من في البلدان حول العالم أعطوا للنساء فقط حق المشاركة السياسية. في وسط وغرب إفريقيا نسبة التحاق الفتيات بالمدارس 39% فقط. أما التعليم في مناطق النزاع فالفتيات أكثر عرضة لترك الدراسة منهم من الصبيان. كما يذكر الجميع ما تعرضت له الفتيات في نيجيريا على أيدي رجال بوكو حرام. البنات في أعمار ما بين 15 إلى 19 سنة بلغت نسبة إصابتهم 65% من حالات العدوى بمرض الإيدز حول العالم، معظمه في سن المراهقة. الانتحار هو السبب الرئيسي للوفاة للبنات من سن 10 إلى 19 عاما، ولكن نسبة الانتحار تتضاعف في أوروبا وتحديدا في سن المراهقة. هناك أكثر من 700 مليون فتاة حول العالم متزوجة قبل ميعاد سن الزواج الرسمي 18 عاما، وهو ما تسبب في زيادة معدلات الوفيات من الأمهات. وأغلب هذه الزيجات تمت بموافقة الأسف الوالدين. 16 مليون فتاة تلد في المراحل العمرية ما بين 15 إلى 19 سنة. تتمركز أعلى معدلات في إفريقيا جنوب الصحراء وأمريكا اللاتينية. 120 فتاة حول العالم تعرضن للعنف الجنسي مثل الاستغلال أو تجار الجنس، وذلك تحت عمر 20 عام. 200 مليون فتاة وامرأة حول العالم تعرضن لتشويه أعضائهن التناسلية سواء عن طريق الختان أو أشكال الاغتصاب. مصدر الإحصائيات نشر عن جغرافيا. الحضور الكريم، متحدثتنا التالية هي السيدة ميري أنطوان صباغ، أو كما يعرفها متابعوها عبر مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي باسم مريم عيسى، وهي أم وجدة سودانية بالميلاد من أصول سورية، تحمل الجنسية البريطانية بالزواج. بدأت نشاطها في الشأن العام عندما كانت طالبة في كلية القانون بجامعة الخرطوم، وما زالت ناشطة مستقلة في مجال حقوق الإنسان والشأن العام. تفضل دكتور.
Mary Antoine Sabbagh, or Mary Abisa, she is known to those who follow her on Facebook and other social media sources. As a mother and grandmother, she is Sudanese by birth, from Syrian origin, and a British citizen by marriage. She began her political activities when she was a student in the Faculty of Law at the University of Antoine. She is an independent political and human rights activist.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I wish to thank the organizers of this event at the Arab Cultural Forum in London for inviting me. I'm delighted to be here with you all today. As we're gathered to celebrate an important international event, I would like to highlight some of the differences which exist in the empowerment of women and gender equality in Western countries as opposed to women living in the third world countries. I have been privileged in my upbringing to experience living in different parts of the world when I was a teenager, from Sudan to Malta and Libya. In my adult life, I moved to England, which further broadened my experience of the diverse cultures of these countries. I discovered that teenage girls are prepared in different ways to face the challenges of life after their graduation from studies. Whether it be professional careers, managerial jobs, high positions in politics, inheritance rights, or divorce rights, gender equality varies a great deal between the developed countries and the third world countries. Women and girls living in the developed countries are lucky to have gender equality in everything. In the third world countries, domestic laws are made or enforced in such a way that they widen the gender equality gap and deprive women from the legitimate rights to gender equality and empowerment. Reference here is especially made to countries where Islamic laws are being enforced. A few months ago, the Tunisian government sought and proposed to amend part of its inheritance law in favor of gender equality. This amendment does, however, leave the door open for a person to choose in his will whether Islamic law is to be applied in the division and the distribution of his assets after his death, so that his son inherits double the share of his daughter. Women living in oppressive societies are not allowed and are unable to excel to reach the highest potential levels of talents and achievements in different fields socially, as well as in politics and academia. This is also the situation in the countries where traditions continue for young girls to be forced into marriage at a very young age instead of allowing them to complete their education. There is still evidence today that female circumcision is being practiced in different countries, despite the physical, emotional, and psychological damage this can cause later on in life to those girls. In these places, awareness campaigns are needed so that this tradition ends. The laws to protect women from physical abuse, sexual harassment, and domestic violence vary greatly between the developed and the third world countries. Divorces and wars have torn apart many families. Women are left as single mothers or as widows, hence were faced with huge responsibilities and duties single-handed to play both roles of the father and the mother at the same time for their children. All women should have zero tolerance to sexual harassment in colleges, universities, and at work. Trafficking of women and girls for sexual exploitation is the most commonly reported form of human trafficking in the European Union. Most African countries are either not making adequate or any efforts at all to address the problem of human trafficking. Human trafficking for sexual exploitation also exists in countries where families try to flee their towns and villages because of civil war. Civil wars are only examples, but in reality, human trafficking for sexual exploitation is a big global problem which affects all continents. Gender equality is a fundamental human right. Let's all demand gender equality and women's empowerment. I would like to conclude by wishing all women around the world a happy International Women's Day. And I would also like to add on this occasion, let's all, both men and women, strive to build a better world and to live together in peace and harmony, free of violence, hatred, and free from racial discrimination. كل عام والجميع بألف خير.
Thank you so much, Mary.